And I trust that you have his information as well.
Yeah, we see his record.
Very long.
Oh, and I'd advise you guys not to leave town.
Mr. Officer, where might I go? Marietta? No, got it.
Stop it.
This is serious, Maurice.
I know it is serious. You can get out of my face. All my things have been stolen, my good gowns and jewelry.
Okay, Sisters fans, now here we got dumbass Maurice. I'm sorry to open the video like this, but based on last night's episode as well as the promo for next week, Maurice is not coming across as a good character whatsoever. I mean, between his sarcastic attitude and the fact that he just did something incredibly stupid, I mean, don't get me wrong, it was definitely self-defense since Q was the one that pulled the gun out on him. But the thing is, I will say I do like how, well, I don't want to give Tyler too much praise because now we can move forward to like episodes 2, 3, and 4, and that just screws up my compliments here. But let me put it this way. Based off the way the season finale was written, as well as the season premiere for season 6 was written, I think it is pretty clever. The fans, we see things from the, Maurice, we see things from the Maurice perspective. But now the authorities are going to see a different perspective based on the surveillance footage from the airport. Now, you have an employee of the airport getting ready to go home, clocked out and everything. And on the way to his vehicle, remember, this is technically Maurice's car that he stole, but, you know, hey, I'm just going off the video footage. Maurice rolls up to Q while it's dark. Words are exchanged. Q pulls out a gun. Now, first thing is, wait, Q shouldn't have that gun, should he? Because he's on house arrest and whatnot, so shouldn't that be, you know, legal? True, but remember, this is Tyler Perry, you know, writing here. So what's legal in our world might get glossed over in the Tyler Perry universe. A struggle ensues, and then it wound up with the gun in Maurice's hands and Q shot bleeding out on the ground. I think, you know, he got shot in like the upper shoulder area. Then seconds later, Calvin runs up, examines everything, and then he's the one that calls 911. Now, in terms of the surveillance footage, Maurice looks very bad. Calvin is going to be exonerated because, remember, not only did he show up once the deed was done, but kind of like, this is why I always hated Sabrina being, you know, someone to go to jail. She was the one that hit the alarm to get the cops to show up, ruining the bank robbery. And in that case, why would she be labeled as the mastermind behind the entire thing? Now, with the Calvin situation, he was the one that called 911. You know, if this shooting and all was planned and whatnot, why would he call 911? You see where I'm going with this? How logically things don't line up with the punishment that Tyler Perry writes these characters to deal with. Now, Maurice's dumbass wanted to just leave the scene, and Calvin made it clear, hey, there are cameras everywhere, Maurice. You're on camera, Q's on camera, the gun going off is on camera. Now, I showed up, I'm on camera too. We need to call 911, and you better hope he doesn't die, because it's going to look very bad if he does, and then all these people have to go off of is your testimony versus the surveillance footage. And then, of course, you know, later on in the apartment, Calvin also says, so what if Q wakes up? What if he does pull through? He's going to lie about it. You know that dude's going to tell a lie. And as a result, you're probably going back to jail. This Maurice attitude of, I'm not you, Calvin. He needs to get got. I need to get my shit back. And I'm thinking, back in season 5 finale, bro, he stole your car. Call the fucking cops. What are you doing? I still don't know what he's plan. I still don't know what his plan was. Him going down to the airport like Q's just want to give him back his shit. It's stupid. And even though Calvin was written to be the one with common sense and whatnot, I'm thinking, yo, you calling 911, you should have called the cops on Q's ass so many times in season 5, but you didn't. But even worse, in the trailer for next week, it looks like the next morning we got Calvin and Maurice, after sleeping on the floor since they don't have any beds. They're going over to Sabrina's and, you know, pretty much going over what had happened the night before. And then, let me look at the notes here, because Sabrina's like, I swear to God, leave him alone. Bye, ho. You're going to make it worse. It can't get no worse. Maurice is just walking around like he ain't on bail, not giving a damn about the people that helped him get out of jail. And it's like, I don't know how else to say it. And he's back to being a terrible friend and a person, just talking to Sabrina and Calvin any sort of way when he's the one who keeps fucking up. He's reminding me of Wyatt from the Haves and the Have-Nots. You know, a junkie doing all this stupid crap, getting into trouble, and everybody else in his life is running in circles trying to cover up his messes. How is Maurice going to get out of this one? I don't know. I don't even know if Q's going to pull through. I want to be completely honest with you. But truth be told, I would not have cared if all three of them died at the airport terminal. Seriously. And I think the biggest offense here was when that cop showed up. And Maurice maintained that sarcastic demeanor and smart-ass mouth of his. Bro, you are talking to a white one at that. You're talking to a police officer. And on top of that, that sarcastic mouth of yours, that's the reason you and Sabrina got locked up in the first place. Because Q was recording your, your quote-unquote confession. Now you're just running your mouth. You're not taking any of this seriously. It's just so unlikable. It's ridiculous. It really is. So, I don't know. How did you feel about the Maurice stuff in the last episode? Honestly, the only reason I hope he doesn't get locked up again is for the sake of Sabrina. Because, you know, I don't know what's going to go down if Bio loses his bail. I remember doing research during the hiatus. I'm like, if you put up bail money for someone and they get out of jail, but then they go back to jail because they get arrested prior to the trial, or, you know, their hearing, then that bail money cannot be refunded. So Bio might be out of $1.5 million because of Maurice's antics. And as a result, I don't think that's going to bode well for Sabrina at all. So, with that being said, let's talk about it more in the comment section below. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.